Hello, how are you guys doing today?
Hi. I'm supposed to be paying attention here. Whoops. Pretty rude. Welcome.
Let me just get a couple things moved around here.
Run
Brian's
free.
here.
Yay.
Alone is here.
Alone
Matt
is
AK's here.
Yay.
Good to see you guys.
Excellent.
If I don't join you today, it's because I'm out fishing, detecting, and drone flying. Oh, well, cool. Understandable.
Absolutely.
Matt says he'll try to be here, and Alone.
Yay.
Alone is here.
Yay. I don't see. I can't see. Even with my glasses sitting on this side of the table.
I'm sorry for the glare. I still have to put the blind up on that window.
It's not there yet. It's over there.
I don't.
Leaning against the wall.
Yeah. I don't know if Adam and Phyllis will be on tonight. They will be doing their live. I just don't know if they're going to be joining in on the on this live. All right, let me just share out a link real quick. Let's see if we can get a few more folks in here. Okay, there's Onto It Ozzy, and there's Clint. 1 second here. I'm not sure how to do it on this one. I went back to using the regular system here. So let me just share it on my phone. And if I jump up and run real quick, it's because I've got a pumpkin spice bread going. I've got about another 40 minutes for be done yet.
Depositions may all.
And it looks like I just shared out. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And welcome back, Matt. So we've been doing a lot around the house, doing a lot of cleaning, things like that. I got the Scandic snow machine up and running today. Not an issue with that one, but my Tundra is giving me hell. It will fire up if I give it a quick shot of starting fluid, but it will not stay running on fuel. So it looks like I'm going to have to pull apart the carburetors yet again. That was the problem with it last winter. It died in November. I wasn't able to get it running again until mid-January. And that was
fuel.
It was a fuel issue last year. We're not sure what the issue is yet this time. I have a sneaky suspicion the water that was in the fuel might have locked up the fuel pump. So I'm going to have to get in there, rip the fuel pump out, and see what I can do to that. Matt got a load of firewood coming. He's going to split and stack it. I'll have a better idea how much more I'll need. If you've got, did you get the Blaze King yet, Matt? If you did, you won't need much.
No.
It is Cindy Squirrel Off Grid. Good to see you.
Okay.
It's still on order. That's a shame. What kind of stove's in there now, Matt? Clint, I didn't get any firewood. You don't need it, I don't think. It's an old earth stove. The earth stoves aren't that bad. There's Hugo Homestead. Everybody's greeting everybody.
Nice.
And the temperatures up here have been in the mid 50s during the day, mid to low 50s during the day, and probably last night was actually warmer. It was about 48 last night, but we've been dipping down to the mid 30s at night here. It's been really nice, but everything is going gold. Meaning our seasons are turning really fast here.
Pretty.
Just in 3-day time period, we're having leaves all over the trails. Everything is just changing and dropping really, really fast. And we've been getting torrential downpours at night still.
Yes. I was just thinking that we should take a picture of the fireweed because the last time we photographed it was right after we picked the flowers.
And it should be
like brownish.
Yeah, it's
gold.
going brown, and it should be spitting out the fluff here in the next couple of days.
Yeah. We're going to be limiting that growth a little bit next year.
Yeah, we're gonna
have enough in one spot.
Yeah, this year this is our second summer here, and last summer we were too focused on the house to really do much outside. But this year we watched where everything was coming up and thought about where we want things to go. So next summer is gonna be a little bit different. Next summer is gonna be more about the outside of the property around the buildings. We're gonna put different trails, and not trails, but different pathways in, and put stones all on it, stuff like that, to make it a little easier to get around, especially when we have all the rain like we've been having the last 2 years. So you don't sink up to your butt in mud. It's that bad up here.
It's pretty
The
much.
trails are almost impassable with a four-wheeler. Luckily, the side-by-side can go up and down it with no issues at all.
It's magic.
Hey, there's John. Good to see you, John.
Our John?
Yep, Hogan.
Hi, John. Yes, good to have you here.
Let me see if I'm missing anything. Thank you, Clint. The bridges were fun to build with, John.
Oh yeah, and they're way better. I'm not afraid at all that we're going to fall off both edges and be bumped, or one edge or the other.
Yeah,
they were way too narrow.
It's plenty wide now. There's Adam and Phyllis.
Yay! Hi guys.
Actually, it hasn't been raining much today. It did for a little bit, but it's been okay for the last part of the day. We actually had the solar panels charging the batteries here for a little bit.
It did in the late night.
Yeah, at nighttime we're getting the rains right now.
Yeah, early morning before I got up.
Yep.
Yep.
Right, let's see. Clint says, I think last week was the last of the triple digits. Been in the upper 60s to lower 70s in the morning and mid 90s during the day. That's a lot better than what it was.
Yes,
Clint.
a lot. Those temperatures are part of the reasons that
why we left Southwest Florida. Yeah. And then Matt's everybody's greeting one another, and Adam and Phyllis. Matt alone says to alone, it's 1,400 square feet-ish, and 200 of that doesn't get heated through it though, so more like 1,200 in one big room with an open loft. Okay.
Oh yeah.
That's a good size place.
It's a nice size.
Yeah. Hello, Broken Hearts Ministry. Good to see you in here. People are greeting one another. So
nice.
John's asking Adam and Phyllis if their package showed up. You weren't late, John. You're right on time.
Yep.
And Alone says to Matt, your place is half of mine, or just under half, and I burn 8 cords a year and rely mainly on wood stove for heat. Yep.
Good. Yeah.
Matt says, yep, big cab.
Big cabin.
Everybody's greeting people. The contractors are still there, John. It's 8 o'clock at night down there.
Huh.
John's still dealing with Hurricane Ian cleanup and rebuild from last year.
Yeah.
That's not fun. No. Hi, Bron. Good to see you. Did you get down to the beach? Yeah, I'm going to try and buy 4 cords to supplement the 1 cord or so they already have on the property. Good.
Right. I'm glad you got that load at least, so you're ready.
You got something to go.
Something to start with.
And there's Ashley. Good to see you, Ashley. Ashley says hello, off grid. Just caught a signal. Not sure if we'll go through. See everyone next week. Not a problem, Ashley.
Not a problem at all. Be glad to have you next week.
And Adam and Phyllis are saying to John, they just got it yesterday. Thank you. And looking forward to the peppers for sure.
No.
Which peppers, John? Yeah, I bet you're a little pissed, John. They should have had that done while you were up here visiting us.
Yes. Well, it should have been done months before that.
Yep.
Technically.
Matt says he also has a ventless propane heater for backup, so that's good.
That helps.
Just going through here. Brunch driving and stop to have a sandwich and say hi. Well, good. I'd rather see you stopping and trying to drive with a meat and eat. That's usually what I do.
He's an unruly character.
But like I was saying, we got the underpinning for the house done about 2 weeks ago, and I went under it yesterday with some spray foam and been sealing it up a little bit better. I'm not trying to get it perfectly airtight because when we put the oil drip stove in, it's going to be drawing some of the air out through there. So I don't want it perfectly airtight. but I need to get 2 more cans of spray foam to seal in
I
the
should put
edges
that on the
to take the
list.
big gaps out. Small gaps are okay. The big gaps are not. And it's already making a big difference. The crawl space under the house, which varies from 1.5 feet to 3.5 feet one end to the other, is staying right around 55 to 57 degrees, no matter what the temperature outside is.
Right.
So that's kind of good.
It's warmer than outside.
Oh, yeah.
Not as
Well,
warm as inside the house, which is understandable.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unfortunately, quite warm in here.
Yes.
Actually,
I
I'm going
let
to
it
open the
go
window.
almost out because I thought it was like uncomfortably warm. So, but our little stove is really not, and it doesn't have an oven. It's just 2 burners, and it's not quite big enough for
No, we've got to get
most of what he does.
we've got to do a drop-in stove, a bigger drop-in stove for next
Mhm.
summer, because this little one here, 2
It's
burners,
just
is
too little.
not enough. That'll go into the trapper cabin or into Sarah's studio when I finally get a chance to build it.
To build it.
Clint, I harvested a soft shell taco supreme Taco Bell.
Good for you. Good for you.
We haven't done taco night in a couple of weeks or a couple of months,
a
actually.
couple
We
of
need to do
months,
that
actually.
again.
Yeah, we haven't had tacos in
I
a
think I still
while.
got some refried beans in there. We got plenty of
I think you
cheese,
do.
and I make my own tortillas. So,
Yeah. You make flour tortillas.
well, I can do either,
Can
or I
you
can do
do-
flour and corn.
I don't remember having corn.
No, I haven't done the corn in a while. I
Well, let's
just
do
haven't
it.
done it. So we'll have to do it new.
Yes, let's do.
I know you want moose, John, and so do I, but they're not cooperating.
No, they're hiding.
Yeah, they're really hiding because of all the mud. I went around today and I didn't see any tracks. I went,
It's just too
a
muddy
distance
for 'em
out
to
into the
be out
woods
there.
over the
Yeah.
last couple of days, and there's nothing. I mean, they're in the area, but they're moving around at nighttime and then taking off and bedding down during the day. I'm finding the areas where they're grazing during the nighttime, but not the moose.
Not the moose. He mustn't go out in the middle of the night.
No, I don't want to be going out in the middle of the night, because this is the time of year that the big brown bear starts moving back through,
Oh, dear.
and I don't want to have to deal with them.
at all. No.
Yeah, I heard about the taco stand in Talkeetna. For those that don't know, our local taco stand blew up.
Blew up.
It had a gas leak, and
Big.
about 4:30 in the morning, roughly, it exploded and did a lot of damage downtown. That was a
To
couple
the
of weeks ago.
neighbors and to itself.
Yeah, I think I mentioned
really,
something about it last week.
Yeah, really bad. So, and it was tight quarters.
Onto it, Ozzy sent us some Vegemite.
Ooh.
Ooh, looking forward to that. And good to see you in here, Ed. You still at the cabin, or you back out to sea? Adam says to Ed, tacos are just bad.
Nah, tacos are good. Once or twice a year.
Yeah, we don't eat them a lot.
We don't.
I'm trying to slowly teach myself Asian cooking. I'm getting there slowly. Now that I got my cast iron wok, and it fits
It is
perfectly right
beautiful.
inside the hole on top of the cook stove, so it's nice.
I do like a nice stir fry, a vegetable stir
Yep,
fry.
and we do the vegetable stir fry.
Mhm.
Ed's still home. Good. Brun says, I'm meeting up with YouTube fans for a drone flying session. I'll become famous and people recognize me.
Yeah,
We already do.
we do.
And invite me to join in their beach activity. There you go.
Oh, how fun.
So, but we have a few small projects we've got yet to do before winter. I've got to cover the outside run for the chickens,
Yes.
and I have a roof to patch. And I've been wanting to do it, but every time I go to do it, the rains come through.
You can't be on the roof, patching a roof in the rain.
No.
It just does not work.
Doesn't work that well.
No.
And I've got to put the ice and water shield over it, because I'm not going to be able to do the final layer until the springtime.
Yeah.
Because that's on the other cabin, and then we're going to wind up putting a metal roof on it.
Mhm.
So I'm just getting it prepped. There is one soft spot, so I've got to fix that, and then just plywood down and put the ice and water shield down.
Before snow.
Yeah, before snow. And Alone, how much snow have you gotten out there, or has it not gotten to you? I think you have it up on the termination dust up on the hills.
Yeah, we did see that on your video.
Adam and John are talking about, or John's talking to Adam about the pellets for the air gun that he sent them.
Nice. John's very generous.
Yep. I was trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Clint says, I prefer actual street tacos, but Taco Bell, nah. See, I'm not a Taco Bell fan. When I lived in Denver, there was a place over, I think it was on Cordova, that had amazing tacos and chimichangas and stuff like that. Hello, hope you weren't asking me something. I was asking how close the snow is getting to you, Alone.
How many things can you do at once, Alone?
Ed's saying there's tacos all over the street here. Thank you for sharing links, John. I appreciate that. And Alone says it's creeping up more and more every day. I'm not quite ready. I mean, we're ready. We're ready, but we're not ready. Like I said, my big thing is I need to get the covering over the chicken run done, and I need to get the one area patched on the roof on the cabin. I mean,
it doesn't have to be the whole roof.
Yeah, and it's not. It's only, and it's like a 15 by 16 section, and it's not detrimental. I just, for my own sake, my own mind, I want to make sure it's ready and
It'll be
done.
calmer.
Brun says, Rob, I watched your bridge builds, very nice. Plants and creek are gorgeous. Yeah, they are.
They really are.
Well, now everything's gone brown, so it's not quite as nice, but it's nice in its own way. John, I mean, you're a New England boy like me. I mean, me and John only grew up like maybe 70 miles apart from one another, and it smells like New England up here right now. The leaves are turning, they're getting that crispiness to them, so it just has that deep wood smell to it. Anybody that's been in the Northeast or in northern climate area where there's a lot of like oaks and different types of trees that lose their leaves, you know the smell I'm talking about, and that's what it smells like right now.
It does lack the color.
Yeah.
Of the lower.
The lower states. Well, it's because they get different hardwoods. We just got.
Yeah.
We have 3 trees really up here that in my area we have spruce, which is an evergreen, birch, and cottonwood. Yep. Every now and then you will find an aspen here and there, but they're in my area, they're very far and few between.
Yeah. And we had maples and maples and maples and maples. And the reds and the golds and the yellows were glorious.
Yep.
Just glorious.
Right now we're yellow and green right now, and brown on the ground because of the ferns are dying off as well as all the other little plants. Ed says the trees are just starting to turn yellow up by him, and Ed's about 9 miles from us. Clint says to Alone, I would go crazy with that much rain.
Well, yeah.
Broken Heart Ministry, and it looks like her name is Gail, says making new friends. Good. Making new friends is always good.
A wonderful thing.
Alone says to Underwood, Osley, freshly graded land is like quicksand. Yeah, I bet it is. I know our trails are that way right now.
Bet you have a lot of mud.
Cindy Squirrel says, same with me. I miss the colors of maple trees. Yeah.
Yes. They are gorgeous.
Matt says a birch down here is just starting to get a lighter green color. Now I wish here too, but
it's pretty yellow. That just looks faded.
Yep.
It doesn't have.
Well, there's some yellows. Hang on, let me unplug you real quick and we'll go on to the porch real fast. Right back, sorry.
Okay.
Let's see if we can see any of the color change. No, you can't really see it that much. That's all. Lower is fireweed, and the raspberries are over there. And you might be able to see it on this side. Yeah, you can see a little bit of the yellow. How is our reception, the transmission tonight, guys? Is it coming in okay? Because I am on Starlink, so I forgot to put it over to my cell phone. Let's see what I missed here. Gained 8 pounds back. Doc wants me to go back to Alaska.
Uh-oh.
You're welcome up at any time, John. You know that, brother. Alaska cut the cord sister alone. As much as we could. We are on the Denali Highway right now. Are you driving? Sorry, that was for Alaska cut the cord. I kind of figured that. One says, good. Bob, the stump is still standing there. That's not Bob. That's Axel Birch. It's Mohawk fell over and I got to fix it. I got to drill a hole and put a dowel into it.
I reached it, but it was a tough reach. It's just too high, and I got it on crooked. So he's looking. Poor fellow.
Microcom coming out tomorrow to get our Starlink up on the roof. You should do it yourself. Why pay them?
Well, they won't come to here, so we have no option.
Yeah. Well, they wanted to come out and charge us $1,000 to set up a Viacom link.
Yeah, no, not gonna happen.
Or HughesNet or whatever it was. And I said, nope, not happening.
No.
Alaska cut the cord says alone. Nope, our son is here and we took a trip with him. Nice. That's good. And John's rolling on the floor laughing. Alone says to us and Mount Marina. So tell me about the lore of the bananas. Yeah, her video the other day, she said no bananas on the boat.
Oh yeah,
well, see, I don't know about with fishing, but the lore on boats is years and years and years and years and years and years ago, when the boats are coming out of like Panama, South and Central America with bananas. There was an infestation of spiders, and the spiders killed off all the crew on the boat. And so after that, everybody was really suspicious of bananas on boats. And supposedly, if you have bananas on boats, you don't catch fish. And I called BS on that because I've never had a problem. So don't know. I've never had a problem with not catching fish with bananas. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe because mine was a sailboat and I always troll behind it. Maybe that's why it didn't matter. I mean, but I've had them out there when I had my flats boat out and I never had a problem catching fish. But that's the main lore of the bananas on a boat, was because the spiders were killing the crew members. Back then, the crews on those boats were quite a few because you had most of them were steam engines, or some of the sailboats too. You had to have quite a few people to be able to run them. Roof pitch too steep, plus no ladder. Oh, yeah, that kind of. You just need a good rope to tie yourself in.
And help.
Yep. And Brun says, if the museum auctions that lister, I'll ship it to you. Yeah, Brun had a video out where she's going to a local agricultural museum, and I spotted the lister engine right off the. It's like, oh, mine. I love the old diesel engines. They're bulletproof, especially the listers. The Dutes are good as well. Matt says we got a 912 pitch here. I'm not climbing on that by myself. Oh, come on.
Smart.
Matt says have onto it, Ozzy. Do it when they install your chimney. There you go. Matt says better get up there. Onto it, Ozzy. They're coming out tomorrow. That says no bananas, no bueno. Alon says we currently did not have luck until we tossed them over.
Wow.
Maybe if you don't believe the superstition doesn't work. I don't know. I said I've never had a problem. I always have bananas on boats. Never sank a boat either. Well, almost. The one wasn't my fault. I got swamped. When I first got to Florida, I had a pedal boat, and I went everywhere with that pedal boat fishing in the canals. And some jerk going through the canals in a 30-foot speedboat waked me and sunk my little pedal boat. That's the only boat I've ever sunk. I've capsized some. I've been demasted quite a few times. Let's see. Kaido, why not try planting Schmidt birch? One of the hardest woods to come from. I have to look into the legalities of putting stuff like that in, because some states don't like species they might consider invasive.
Yeah, I wondered if we could have maples up here, if they would even grow.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be too cool for maple.
just think they're so pretty in the fall.
And on to it, I'm going to be busy in 2025 fixing everyone's ATV seats and fixing a chimney. Hey, Scott, how are you doing? It's Scott with Rambling with the Brahms. Great channel, great guy. Go over and check him out. John shares link if you would. Living off grid is a full-time job. Yes, it is.
It is.
Clint says, I love the old diesel engines, basically bulletproof if you take care of them. Yes, definitely. Ed says, well, if I see some floating bananas in the PWS, I'll know where they came from. Yep, that's alone.
Yep.
Curmudge Inn is from alone. Are either you superstitious? Yes and no. Certain things, yes. Certain things, no. Having a banana on a boat, I don't buy it. I mean, so I've had bananas on boats and I've never had a problem fishing. And that's between pleasure boat sailing and my skiff for going out fishing. Even when I had my my 32-footer power boat going out fishing, never had a problem. And I ate a lot of bananas. Well, I did eat a lot of bananas. And one of my friends down in Florida had some of the best banana trees I've ever seen in my life. He was on a quest for years to find the perfect banana. He wanted it sweet, creamy, but not chalky. And it took him 20 years to find the tree, and he did. And it tastes like ice cream.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Everybody's greeting everybody. Crayfish like banana skin. It reminds them of male crayfish, a female scent. Huh, interesting. My Wild Homes, you made it.
Hi, I wondered about you today. We haven't heard anything in a while. Hope all is well with you.
John and Alone and Adam Phillips, if you get a chance to share out some links. I'm just going through. I was saying to Scott at Rambling in the Brahms, you can also find my email on my page, about me page. I look into that. So Scott, oh, I wish I knew that when I when I was the lower 48. And Rambling with the Brahms says hello to Melody. Is it Melody or is it Ryan or is it both? Cindy Squirrel says it's too cold for maples here. We brought a soft maple and a hard maple. They never grew into trees. They grew into bushes. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that would be the case. I do. I used to do a lot of bonsai, so I'm going to try to find some bonsai trees that I can put up here to get a little bit bigger on the property and bring them in the wintertime. I don't want them huge though.
Yeah, the house is big, but it's not that big.
John, I think you might have seen some of my bonsais years ago. Melanie and Ryan are greeting Scott and John. And it's Melody. Okay.
Oh, good.
Where's Opal?
Yes. She's so cute.
Ryan is building the bed frame.
Oh.
You're supposed to be helping him, but we appreciate you being here.
Yes, we appreciate your presence.
So you can stay.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
I'm trying to read what John wrote there. Ponderocopus. Don't know, John.
Not a clue.
Maples do love cold, but not the cold like up here. It goes deep into the ground.
It does.
Hope you can save that desert rose. John had an incident with some workers at the house today, and they broke a desert rose that had a lot of meaning to John. It came from a friend of his and mine years ago. Like I think it was like 12 years ago, and it got knocked over and broke. Uh-oh. Are we still buffering? Let me get my hotspot on my phone. Not buffering in Australia. Okay. It's you, Matt. You're out in the sticks like us.
Yeah.
Well, Scott said we were buffering too. All right, let me try to switch it over to my cell phone. Don't go anywhere.